So here's my review of the fan experience and the Rams experience of their first season back in LA after 20 years of being in St. Louis. I put on my Rams gear, went to the game. The cheapest ticket I bought on StubHub this year was $31, which is a pretty good deal to get into an actual real live professional football game in your city. So had a good time at the games. The Rams did not have such a good time at the games. They had a rough season. It was good to see the new guy get broken in, Jared Goff. He looked like this at the beginning of the season. Yay, guys, let's make friends. Let's play football. It'll be fun. I love being a professional quarterback. Yay. And at the end of the season, he looked and sounded like this.
I've fallen, and I can't get up.
Now, fans of the visiting team were having an awesome time. These Niners fans were going crazy watching their second win of the season. A lot of the Rams home games look a lot more like Rams away games insofar as 80% of the people at the stadium will be cheering for the other team. I'm sure that'll change as they stop sucking. But I heard a lot of things early on about fights and violence and people smoking weed in the stadium, and I did not see any of that. Everybody was cool. Nobody was fighting. So I think they've got their security situation locked down. So I don't think you should be afraid to go to a game other than if you're afraid of watching your team get their butt kicked in an embarrassingly violent fashion. Don't jump. We'll have a new coach next year and a new stadium the year after that. And I've heard that the new stadium is going to have the same nets that they have on the side of the Apple factory in China that keep the employees from jumping off to their deaths. Right now, if you were to jump off the roof of the Coliseum, you would go splat. The Coliseum is getting old, and you can see the wear on the seats here. In fact, if you were to lean back on these seats, the termites in the seats will actually burrow their way into your spine and tunnel up into your brain and lay their eggs. And then 3 months later, the baby termites will hatch out of your eye holes. So it will be nice to sit in a new stadium in a couple of years in plastic seats and not have to worry about eye hole termites. So the bad news is the Rams lost a lot of games this year. The good news is the owner has more money than the president, and he's willing to spend some of it or most of it on having a winning team here in LA, which would be great. Players are young. The defense is pretty good when they're healthy, so it can only get better. And it's good to see these guys out there getting some exercise, staying out of trouble, participating in a sport, and learning how to make friends and work together. Hopefully they all get participation ribbons at the end of this season, and maybe someday there will be a Super Bowl. And there will be a lot more butts in the seats once people start winning, and then I will be making another video complaining about how I can't get a ticket because I am too cheap to pay full price for a ticket. So until then, I'll be at the loser Ram games, and hopefully they'll be good enough where they won't let people like me in there anymore.